everyone! Welcome back to our Hi Jakarta podcast. With me, Bey Mahaganya, as your special host. And hari ini kita akan panggil lagi another talent dari Hi Jakarta Production yang udah siap nih sama kita hari ini. Jadi, a little story background. Here, kita bersama Sabrina. Dan dia sudah memiliki achievements maupun di dalam atau di luar akademis, guys. Jadi dia udah berada di 7 musicals sejak tahun 2017. Jadi bisa kebayangkan dia how experienced dia di musical production ini. Dan tidak hanya non-akademis, dia juga bagus guys di akademis. Jadi dia memiliki rata-rata 95 teman-teman sejak dia elementary. Jadi kita sekarang akan panggil dan ngobrol nih dengan Sabrina langsung ya. So everyone, welcome Sabrina! Hi everyone. Okay, jadi mungkin bisa short introduction dulu. Maybe where do you go to in school or okay. Hi guys, nama aku Sabrina Pinkan. I go to St. Ursula High School and I'm currently in 10th grade and I've been in Hi Jakarta since 2023 I think. Oh, jadi sama kayak Ryan ya tadi. Aku juga sempat interview Ryan on the previous podcast. Jadi kamu di Hi Jakarta udah 2 tahun nih. 2 tahun sejak summer program. Oh, summer program JME. Oh, JME. Ya. Oh, so berarti kamu juga di YIP dong. Oke, berarti YIP batch ke 6 I think. This is year 6. Pertama kali join YIP itu this year. Oh, this is your first time di YIP. Oh, okay, see you. With me. Jadi sebenarnya aku udah ketemu Sabrina in like the School of Rock. We were together already. Jadi kita udah kayak, oh my god, I feel like I'm just talking with my bestie right now. I know. Nih guys, sebenarnya here in Hi Jakarta Production kita ada the Youth Internship Program. And kebetulan aku dari batch 3.0. Jadi ini kayak like reunite kita kayak sebagai anak-anak YIP bareng-bareng. So, kita kan bakal ngobrol a little bit about performing arts. Maybe kamu mau share a little bit. Itu kan kamu ada 7 musicals kan? Okay, oh my god, that's a lot. Kamu mau cerita like which of the 7 musicals yang menurut kamu tuh kayak yang paling kamu banggain kayak, oh my god, I'm in love with this musical. Jujur, my first musical tuh dulu pas I think like 2017. Tapi aku masih kecil, so like I was still like very new to musicals and I was like an ensemble and everything that. But then I joined Hi Jakarta in 2023 as a junior musical something. I think like the JME. And then di situ aku ketemu banyak banget kayak orang-orang dan juga sama all my teachers now. And then after JME I joined the PAA. And that's where I learned a lot. So first I joined Chocolate Factory, I think in 2023. And then after that I did School of Rock. And one of my favorite musicals that I've been in so far is I think School of Rock. Because I got to learn a lot from all of my directors. And also I feel like School of Rock was where like I really kind of grew out of my comfort zone. I became more confident in myself. Terus I juga ketemu banyak banget kayak anak-anak gitu dari beda-beda musical program sebelumnya. Terus itu like I met all of my Hi Jakarta friends now, and they're like my closest friends. That's so sweet. Jadi kamu sejak masuk Hi Jakarta Production malah juga meluaskan your social interaction with people. Kamu jadi kayak punya a certain community of people yang performing arts. Okay. Jadi kamu di Hi Jakarta Production, and your favorite one is School of Rock. So 2024. Karena this year juga ada kan? Yeah, this year ada. Yeah. Tapi kamu this year jadinya the YIP. Tahun lalu jadi the roles yang playing the roles. But it's both so fun. Like I'm really glad I can experience like 2 of those opportunities. Jadi kamu experience on stage and also off stage. Nah, kalau misalnya nih you have to like make a difference of like how it felt to be on stage and off stage. What would be the difference that you think? I feel like on stage you have to like present more of yourself. Tapi pas aku sebagai kayak cast gitu, like sometimes you don't realize the little things that goes on backstage. Kayak pas aku sebagai crew, kayak aku banyak banget the things that go on backstage itu. Kayak bahkan sebagai intern, kayak ternyata they go through like so much apa sih kayak diskusi sebelumnya, kayak actual show gitu. Kayak mereka udah kayak prepare, udah lama banget YIP-nya, kayak mereka udah prepare I think like sebulan sebelum. Padahal aku kira pas aku cast, aku kira kayak baru cuma kayak seminggu doang. Tapi ternyata like a lot goes on backstage that you don't actually realize, and that makes you more appreciative of like the people around you more gitu. Jadi what you see when you were playing the role sama what you did behind the scene tuh kayak berbeda banget. Yang you thought kayak mereka persiapannya cuma seminggu gitu, ternyata persiapannya panjang banget. Jadi kamu di situ belajar dong bahwa sebenarnya persiapan itu butuh waktu yang lama kan. Yeah. Other than that, what other lessons have you taken in dari jadi off stage and on stage? It could be the moral lessons atau mungkin kamu pas on stage kamu belajar how to like dance and act and everything and stuff. Like the difference of like what I've learned. Yeah, what's your the difference? I feel like kayak off stage. I feel like off stage I belajar untuk kayak be more cooperative as a leader. Jujur because pas I worked as pas I was crew as LO, I did LO cast. Kan I ngurus kayak the cast gitu kan, but like the year before aku jadi castnya gitu and I saw all the LOs gitu. Like I've realized I feel like I've gained like kepemimpinan dari kayak jadi crew gitu. Tapi kalau misalnya jadi cast, what I've learned was to be more confident with myself and kind of express myself more gitu. Because before performing arts, I was very shy. I was like, like I couldn't really, and I feel like I still kind of am now, but I feel like with the stage, I feel more present and just like kayak I feel like more myself on the stage, I feel like. Jadi kamu yang sebelumnya itu kayak you were shy, terus kamu malah you develop into something that you were before. Yeah. And off stage and on stage, kamu belajarnya dua hal yang berbeda. Yang satunya leadership, yang satunya confidence. But do you think they relate to one another? I mean, even if mereka tuh roles-nya two different like career path they say, right? But you do think mereka masih ada relasinya. I feel like to have leadership, you need confidence also. Oh, that's true. Because you can't lead something without kayak malu-malu aja gitu. Jadi I feel like kayak dua-duanya berpengaruh gitu. And I'm really glad that I pernah ikut dua-duanya gitu. I feel like it was a really good opportunity for me. That's good for you. Nah, kalau misalnya buat our audience here, do you have any like tips and tricks on how to like self-develop yourself, especially about the confidence part? Because I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people yang kayak wanting to be more confident tapi they don't know how. So from you yourself, what was your motivation or what was your tips or tricks? Motivation, I feel like with the people around me mattered a lot because I was surrounded by people who are very supportive. Like, first of all, my family, but then I can also like, all my teachers and mentors and all my friends. I think they were also like very, supportive of me. I feel like, because I saw them grow out of their comfort zone. I felt like I should do the same thing. So we kind of like grew together. Like even with Ryan, as the fourth, like I feel like we like grew together a lot. Because like we just like share each feedback about like how we felt about today's practice or whatever, and like how we could grow more and to become the best version of ourselves. Oh, berarti sebenarnya not only you matter to yourself, but also your surrounding. You also need surrounding where people support you. Jadi kayak a support system. So you need to be in the right surrounding. Yeah, that's the quote. You need to be in the right surrounding. Be careful with your surrounding because they can affect you the way you affect them as well. Exactly. Okay, yeah, I feel you. Well, actually, I have this question. Because, like, we're talking about surroundings now, right? Yeah. If you have, like, a friend or, like, I don't know, maybe an underclassman or even a kakak lah gitu, yang kamu lihat mereka tuh terlalu fokus banget sama prestasi atau kayak mereka fokus banget sama prestasi mereka, like theater or like any. It doesn't have to be non-academic or it doesn't have to be academic. We can do like something just in general yang in between. Kalau misal kamu were given the opportunity to send them a message atau kayak kasih mereka pesan gitu on how to handle it good or like what would be your pesan buat mereka? My message for them is probably, I think it's weird to say to upperclassmen, but okay, then we'll just go for the decals then. Yeah, but for my experience, I think don't be too hard on yourself and like you have to have balance in everything that you do because I think sometimes they're like, yeah, like exactly like we just said, like raw surroundings. Like sometimes there's some like noise around you and stuff like that. But remember to not be too hard on yourself and just like focus on what's in front of you. Yeah. trust your own gut. I think that's very important also. Because sometimes other people can affect like whatever that you're doing gitu. Tapi my main point is to to not be too hard on yourself and just like remember to sometimes take a rest, because sometimes orang-orang terlalu fokus gitu kan sama their like and make their prestasi whatever gitu. Tapi kadang-kadang you also need to have breaks. Like it's okay to like take a break and like focus on yourself every once in a while. And don't forget about yourself too. Like your prestasi, okay, it's like your target and stuff, but you also need to give yourself a break. Yes. Okay. So that's another quote for you guys. Don't be too hard on yourself. Please focus on your breaks as well, because you matter. Because without them, without their energy, then the target would be harder to achieve, right? Okay. Well, I feel you. And you did say you started in 2017. Yeah. That was around like 8 years ago. I was like 7. Oh my God, I think. Oh my God. So you were like a kid when you knew, oh, I wanted to go to performing art. Yeah, because I've always liked performing. So tapi kayak I feel like maybe in the first, when I was like in 2017, I was like still like shy and stuff like that. I feel like I've mainly grown like just recently. Like I feel like I've seen myself grow more just like this recently and stuff like that. Okay, so well, kamu dari kecil tuh udah tahu kalau kamu tuh suka performing. So you like to be on stage. Yeah. Oh, that's me too. I like to be on stage and like holding the mic. I don't know, it just makes me feel so like, oh my God, this is so me. Like it expresses big, you know. Well, I'm glad you found your path and stuff like that. But if I may know, what was your motivation to go to this performing arts path? Like what made you be in love with performing arts? With performing arts? Oh, when I was before performing arts, I used to do ballet. Oh my God, me too. Really? Yeah, I did that. We're like, okay, we're similar here. Like our pattern, we're like similar. Oh, I used to do ballet, and then but I heard feedback before when I did all my dances. Like people were saying like I feel like your dance, because ballet is very soft. Yeah, you would know, right? Yeah, ballet is very soft. But people were telling me that your movements are more to like performing arts, like theater and stuff like that. So I was like, look, I should try this. Like I should do it. And then I did performing arts like the one in 2017. I didn't tell it, I think. And then I stopped for a while. And then after that I continued I think like a couple years later, because I kind of missed it. So I just did it again. Okay, so you were like trying to digest what other people said about it, and you're like, okay, maybe you know what, let's listen to their suggestion. And then you went to performing arts. And they're so fun. And it was fun. You're happy your child was that patty. Okay, well, little background about myself. Dulu aku juga ballet sama kamu. And then, oh yeah, and I was like, oh my God, this is too soft for me. You know, I actually like almost broke a toe. Like, oh, like I'm not even kidding right now. I almost broke a toe when I was on like the point shoes. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just go to modern dance. And that's when I quit. So I went to modern dance. So did you go through a modern dance phase too? Did I? Or did you just directly go to performing arts? I think I directly. No. I did modern dance for a while, but I was bad at it. I wasn't really good at it. Oh, because theater is like so much more expressive. Like, yes, right? It's expressive. It's so much more expressive, and you can like you can like express yourself a lot more, because it's not just like dancing, it's singing and acting. And so it's like 3 literal career paths combined into one. Yeah. So we can just say you're multi-talented, right? Oh my God, I was like complimenting you, because like, I'm not kidding, musical theater is not so easy to do, right? I mean, like, it's like you literally have to be focusing between 3 different acts at the same time. I was actually in one of like the High Jakarta productions of, you was GMW, I think, or GME. And then I was there only for one, like literally one show, just one scene. And I was like, well, for you're like, I can say a professional musical theater, because you are so experienced. 7 years? I mean, that's like, wow. Mine was like 1 month, and I was like, I can't handle this anymore. But you're really good at like, I think like directing and stuff like that, right? Oh yeah, I was in directing before. I think that suited me better compared to behind the stage. Yeah, it was so fun though, directing. I've been in High Jakarta production since 2022. You? Yes. So it's been 3 years for me. That's so long. Yeah, it's 3 years, almost 4 years. I'm like pushing in 4 years, and I've never actually been in like an actual show. So I've always been yours thing. Okay. I've always been off stage, and I've like really, really enjoyed it. So anyway, how would you say your self-development is? I mean, kamu tuh udah di musical production for like 7 years, right? And then you joined Jakarta production, it's been 2 years now. So how would you say you developed from 0.0 until 100%? Or even if you're more than 100%, that's like so much more better. I feel like what I've developed so far, I think everybody knows this, but mainly it's obviously in confidence, because being able to perform for theater is like something that needs a lot of confidence, stuff like that. But what I've noticed is not everyone who joins musical theater is like completely like extroverted, confident. That's true. People like I'm personally, I think I'm an introvert. Like, so yeah, I think 50-50. Like ambivert, like something in between. Yeah, but what I've like what my progress is. In level 0, when I used to like perform for like the first time, I could not look at the audience. Like I will look down on the floor. Oh yeah, so you had to be looking at something else, like on the stage. And I could not sing. Like not sing, but like I could sing, but like I was just like very nervous and everything. Like I wasn't confident in myself on stage, and even off stage. I feel like I was like very insecure. But I think like because of theater, I think I mainly grew in like 2024 during School of Rock, and that's like, oh okay, a wing point. But in 2024, like joining music 2024 doing School of Rock, everything like that, I feel like I got to be more confident in myself. And like even not only me that saw the progress, but everyone also said like I feel like ever since you joined musical theater, I feel like you've been like more confident in yourself and stuff like that. Oh, so that was your self-development. You were mostly on that confidence part because you're like normalized, just like talking to the public. So you think, but like I see the vision, because like you really started at 0.0 where you're still shy on stage. You're like looking down, so that means you're able to look at the audience now when you're on stage. Yes. Oh really? I don't think I'm at that point yet. Sometimes, so like there's this part of my school where we're on stage and there's like a clock right above the audience, and I would look at the clock instead of like people. Sometimes I do that. Oh, you'd find a point where it's like it's a strawberry straight in front of you, so it looks like something like a person. Yeah, I see. Sometimes I'm on stage and I'm like, oh my god, there's so many people. Because like I saw the one in the School of Rock one. There's like tons of people. There's like it's crazy. Kan ada dua kan, ada yang di bawah, ada yang di atas. Yeah, the one that's literally upstairs. It's right there. It's like right here. When I went out and during the closing and stuff, like, oh my god, there's a lot of people. I can't imagine becoming the cast and stuff. Yeah, but the cast were like actually amazing. Like they're all so talented and everything. Yeah. Anyway, but like this performing arts, it requires a lot of practices, right? So Ryan told me on the previous podcast that the rehearsals had to be like really strict. There's like a whole lot of like time while they were really strict. Yeah. So why do you think kamu tuh harus like diligent in joining the rehearsals and stuff? Because I'm pretty sure if you miss one rehearsal, I think performing arts, like you need a lot, especially in a big musical. You need a lot of like teamwork. That's true. You can't just like perform alone and then like you gather up later. Like I feel like you would need a lot of teamwork. I'm saying missing like one practice for me, it was pretty hard to keep up. I feel like because everyone already did a lot of stuff, and like if I missed one practice or even just like if I missed like a couple of hours of practice, I feel like I'd like lose my direction. Yeah. So may I know, kamu tuh dulu before like the School of Rock, which is like last year, how often did you have to practice? I joined School Rock 2024, so I'm pretty sure it's different from School Rock 2025 because my friends told me that it's more like intense. Oh, it's more intense this year. Yeah, they told me it's more intense this year, but it's like that's like good. But last year we did like practice from, I'm pretty sure it was like Saturday, Sunday. Saturday, Sunday, weekends from 3 until from like 4 until like 9 p.m. Like now, so there was almost like half a day. Yeah, but sometimes like you would have like weekdays, like you can have like weekday practices to focus on like vocals and stuff like that. But it would only be like your batch. So like in theater, there's like different batches. Like you're like in the adults supporting cast batch, which is the batch I was in. And like it would just be like a practice to focus on that batch specifically, like on the weekend. I see. So you were like on this one batch, and itu nggak kayak intensive. You have to join every single of it. So they kind of like separate which has to go first and stuff like that. So it gives like a separate time. Yeah. Okay. So well, they know that these talents, they also need rest. Again, like when you say don't be too hard on yourself, you also need the break. Now if you like have to put rehearsals into like, let's say like a straight timeline or like a period, like a straight timeline. This is like 0 until the show. And there's like progress, right? There's like times where it's like rehearsal, and then it's like the break time, and then the grad rehearsal, and then the show. Yeah, right. So like in that straight line, which part of the line yang menurut kamu tuh yang kayak paling meaningful to you? Paling meaningful? I think all of it's meaningful. Like all of it's meaningful. By the time the show ends, you look back at your progress. Like you can look at your gallery and everything, and you're like, oh, like we went through all this together. Because when it was 2024, we did practice for 8 months, and like can you like imagine lunch like every Saturday or Sunday you go and meet your friends, and then like suddenly just all stops. Like, oh my god, I look very emotional. So when I was like the show day, I cried a lot. Like I think I cried most. Yeah, because like knowing that, oh my god, we went through this together, and then now it's over. That was weird. That's it. Like from learning the choreo for the first time, like, and barely knowing anything, and like now you're like, are done with everything. It's just like crazy. Yeah, that must be really like emotional. Like knowing at first you meet your friends like almost every weekend, and then when the show starts. The show starting, you must be like really happy that you're finally doing the thing that you've been working hard. And suddenly when it ends, like day 1 of the show, like I think they had like media preview. I don't think they had media preview. It was like so fun because like it was like day 1 out of 3, I think. Day 1 out of 3 of performing. I'm like, this is so fun. Like we're actually finally like showing the crowd. And then last day, it's just like I want this day to end. Like, just give me one more day. Just give me one more day. Like when the School of Art 2025 ended, like on the last part, I saw everyone like becoming so sad. Were you there in 2024? I was there in 2024 actually. I didn't see it. I was there. I remember I was using like a pink bandana. I was there. We didn't know each other. I didn't even know. We just started meeting like this year. Yeah, I was like, oh my god, a couple months ago actually. So like when we meet again, it's like, oh my god, this is like every Exactly. So like anyway, I was talking about the sadness, like the emotion that was brought up in the end of the show. Because like I saw everyone, they were about to cry. They were actually like really sad when I interviewed them. So like, how was your show, Jarita? Yeah. And then they were like, it's done. I wish we could like warn the time. I was like, wait, why are we sad right now? Why are we sad? And it was like, because like I've never felt that kind of euphoria when you end the show. I thought we were supposed to be happy, right? I know. But then like some people start crying. I was like, wait, why are we crying? Where are we right now? And it was like, yeah, I heard from Ryan that it's like very euphoric, It is looking back at your progress and stuff like that, and just thinking how saying bye to your friend. I think that's like what hurts the most. Yeah, the friends part. Because you guys don't see each other. Like, everyone's obviously very busy. And like, I feel like what makes me most sad is like, you're never gonna be a part of like the same exact cast with the same amount of again. I think that's like what makes me most emotional. Yeah, because like that you can't be with them forever. I mean, there are some people who stay, but there are some people who will be like, I don't have time anymore. I have to go. Oh my god, this is making me really sad now. Well, anyway, I was meaning to ask, since like the 7 years, you've learned a lot of things. And I would just like to know if there's a certain meaning of performing arts to you. Like, what does it mean to you? And it has taught you a lot, so I'm pretty sure it has some deep moral lesson, like meaning to you. Performing arts, I think what mainly has taught me, like, never be afraid to be yourself, I think, which made me sound cringe to some people. But in my opinion, that's like, because like a lot of people, well, there's like off base from performing arts, but like a lot of people, like, they change depths for a lot of people. That's the real performing arts, like, you can like, you learn to be true to yourself. And that's something I've learned from a lot of my friends also from performing arts. So it's about like self-expression. Yeah, you need to be able to express yourself without having other people impact the way body or audio. Yeah. Because there are some people that'll be like, I think I like you better with this, I like you better with that. It's just noise. It's just noise. Sometimes you just gotta be yourself. Anyway, I would want to know though, are you like expressing yourself right now? Is this the outfit that would express you? This outfit, like we're kind of matching right now though. It's like, yeah, what we saw who we are. Have we said that? We haven't said what we are. So would you want to say to the camera here what we are? Surprise or Joker? Surprise or Joker? You know, I actually wanted to match her to become Harley Quinn. And I was like, oh no, does that mean I have to go with a ponytail? And it's so like unfair. It's like, oh, she's iconic. You know, I was planning to go like salon red and blue makeup. And then I realized I did not have a blue shadow. So I was like, me neither. I also don't have any. Yeah, exactly. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just go Joker with her. I mean, you guys see the resemblance, right? What a cute color though. This is so cute. I know, right? We even have like the same color palette. So about the self-expression, I mean, as you can see, we're both the same character, but we have a different type of expression. Like there are different styles here, and it just kind of like symbolizes the kind of person we are. Yes. So that's what's important for self-expression. And why do you think it's like so important in performing arts? I mean, because some people are still so affected by their surrounding. They'd be like, they said, oh, my friend said I'm not suited for this. I should just like wear jeans instead of skinny jeans. And then they just go with it because they think that other people won't like it that way. Okay. I feel like people outside of performing arts wouldn't get the like bizarre costumes. Oh yeah, or costumes that you wear in theater. Cause like if you look at the costumes in theater, like it's all crazy. It's all like bizarre. Like it's all like colorful and everything. What was I gonna say? What were you gonna say? Something about self-expression? Oh yeah. But in performing arts, I think because everybody's also like so colorful and they're like so unique and like they express themselves and everything. I think that's what makes you also feel like it's okay to express yourself with like your outfit and anything. And because of that, you bring it outside the community, not just in performing arts, but also like in your community with your friends from school or like friends from like other places around, like everywhere. Yeah, like if I saw us two walking and we were out and I was just like a random person, I'd be like, oh, they're theater kids. Yeah, you can get her kids. See, you can count. You can say like theater kids. You know, sometimes when you see dancers with like the joggers and stuff, yeah, dancer kids. Dancer kids. So like if you walk around with like your friends also like feels who have like the same energy. Yeah, like you guys are both confident. And you just don't care what people are saying. Exactly. You just feel like this is me. This is me. Welcome to my world. You know. Hey. Well, out of the 7 musicals though, can you like do you remember or like recon all the 7 musicals all the way on? Yeah. Wait, let me think. I kind of forgot. Okay, so there was Matilda. One was Matilda. Second, I'm pretty sure I did Matilda twice. Oh, so it's like Matilda. I've done it 3 times now. Okay, Matilda. And then I did Wicked. And then after Wicked, what did I do? I did something. And we had like the School of Rock. Oh yeah, Chocolate Factory, School of Rock. And then High Jakarta has like smaller production. Oh, yep. Oh, I also did like Festival Musical Indonesia. It was like really yeah. Like a lot of opportunities. Okay, so like out of those 7s, which of the musicals would you like to repeat? I would like to repeat probably 2. There's first one is probably Chocolate Factory and School of Rock. That was like my favorite. And that was like where you felt like it was your prime. Yeah, that was actually prime. Like Chocolate Factory was so fun because that was like my first time like joining like Hydra Hard and everything. And then like I met like all of my current mentors now, like Sabrina and everything. And it was so fun just like to get to know all of them and then being brought back into like a new world, I guess. And because like you kind of start with right. I used to for the last 2 years and I focused on ballet, then I quit. I quit ballet, then I started theater again, and I was like, oh my god, this is so fun. And like this is so you know. Yeah. And you just continued your path there. I spent my entire summer doing musical, and that was like my favorite part. So that summer was like last year. That summer was 2023. Oh, 2023. So 2 years ago. 2024, I did like my entire summer was like filled with like musicals, and like maybe practices sound tiring because like for like summer practices, and then like from like 7 until like at night. I think that was 7 at night, 7 in the morning. Oh, 7 in the morning, 8 in the morning until like 9, 10 at night. So that can be like 14 hours. That's literally more than it. 14 hours. And like, it may sound tiring because my mom tells me all the time, she's like, aren't you like sleepy and tired, blah, blah, blah. But like, I think just like your friends are all there together and you guys are learning something new every day. So I feel like you guys are like surviving together and like the community is just like so peaceful and so safe. Yeah, I get it. Well, I mean, it's good that you get to know more mentors, more friends, right? And it's also good that I get to know you and bring you on my podcast today. Well, anyway, it's really good to know that like you enjoy musical theater and performing arts and that you know that this is your path, your way of expressing yourself. And well, thank you so much for like sharing every experience, every single motivation and like quotes that you can give to the audience. But maybe for the last thing, would you like want to say anything to our audience on tips and tricks or like motivations other than the one that you've said before? Probably I think I've said this before, but this is like what goes by on me. Focus on your own path and always just like focus on what's in front of you and just like follow your heart because that's what matters to like you the most. Yeah, I agree on that. So like just gotta focus on yourself. Don't bother anything that surrounded you. Okay, well, thank you so much, Sabrina, for like coming into our Hi Jakarta podcast and thank you for sharing. And we will see you guys in our very next podcast. Let's say bye to the camera. Bye-bye. Bye.